Technology is advancing with the speed of lightning, and with the introduction of new innovations, especially robots, human beings are believed to be rendered redundant or useless in the future, with robots taking over most of the jobs that human beings are doing. What is the implication of this? Of course, in the past, we've shown to you how a robot is, taking the mighty job of, personal security somewhere in Dubai. Now, this time around, another introduction, or let me say another announcement is here. Elon Musk wants to create a robot to replace humans where work is repetitive. Just the other week, Elon Musk made another one of his crazy announcements about a futuristic new technology he is developing, a robot called Tesla Bot. Physically, the bot is 5 feet 8 inches tall and can carry up to 20.4 kilogram weight. It weighs 56 kilogram, can deadlift 68 kilogram, and has a movement speed of 8 kilometers per hour. Joking about the design, Musk said they are building it such that a person can run away from it. Okay, so much about this new technology. The Tesla Bot is a humanoid robot that uses Tesla's automotive AI technology. Musk says the goal of the robot is to replace humans where work is repetitive, boring, or dangerous. Well, if we look at the word repetitive, we begin to ask ourselves and question ourselves, what are those things that we're doing at our places of work that are repetitive in nature, that a robot somewhere, will just come over and replace us? It simply tells us that we have to do things differently. Then what are the jobs that are boring? What are those things you are doing in your office or places of work that are boring, that a robot needs to come over and replace you? That is another question for you.
I'm getting laughs.
Yeah.
Maybe I should host the show.
Okay, all right. Stay in your lane, girl. Now.
Jimmy,
Uh-huh.
would you like to play a game of rock, paper, scissors, robot style?
Sure.
Okay, let's get this game going. Show me your hand to start. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I won. This is a good beginning of my plan to dominate the human race.
Let's go.
Just kidding.
Yeah. You are incredible. It's so nice to meet you, Sophia.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Friend me on Facebook.
I will, yeah. All right, gotta do that.
But of course, we can go by the one that is dangerous. Of course, there's a need for robots to take those positions of hard work that require that you've got to sign life contract or whatever it is before you can engage in such jobs. Now, creating humanoid robots to replace humans doing work isn't a new concept, of course. It's just never actually been done before. Science fiction first imagined robots to look something like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. They could do everything humans could do, but with stiff and jerky movements. You know what I'm saying? Like the robot dance. You all know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so in practice, robots we see today resemble very little from the natural world, of course. They are more purpose-designed and practical. Think about the Roomba, the vacuum robot. It's a small, cynical robot that drives itself around a room on wheels. Visual and physical sensors help it map out the room and avoid obstacles, like falling down stairs. It's a great design for vacuuming, but would be rather useless for other jobs. Well, but maybe Elon Musk's point isn't to create something to solve physical problems we humans have. Maybe it is to challenge our very own identity. I don't know, I'm just saying. But I do know the smarter our machines become, the more we will have to question some of our own fundamental assumptions about ourselves. Well, there's so much to talk about with this new innovation, new technology. Let's hear from Elon Musk what he says at the conference, when he announced that Tesla is here, and we'll begin to look at how far is this robot is going to be with us. And of course, we'll look into the next generation and see whether or not the robot is going to fit into the system.
Thank you. Now, unlike Dojo, obviously that was not real. So Dojo is real. The Tesla bot will be real. But basically, if you think about what we're doing right now with the cars, Tesla is arguably the world's biggest robotics company because our cars are like semi-sentient robots on wheels. And with the full self-driving computer, essentially the inference engine on the car, which will keep evolving obviously, and Dojo, and all of the neural nets recognizing the world, understanding how to navigate through the world, it kind of makes sense to put that onto a humanoid form. And we're also quite good at sensors and batteries and actuators. So we think we'll probably have a prototype sometime next year that basically looks like this. And it's intended to be friendly, of course. Optimus is the code name for the Tesla bot. Oops. Optimus Prime. If you think about what we're doing right now with the cars, Tesla is arguably the world's biggest robotics company because our cars are like semi-sentient robots on wheels. And with the full self-driving computer, essentially the inference engine on the car, which will keep evolving obviously, and Dojo, and all of the neural nets recognizing the world, understanding how to navigate through the world, it kind of makes sense to put that onto a humanoid form. And we're also quite good at sensors and batteries and actuators. So we think we'll probably have a prototype sometime next year that basically looks like this. And it's intended to be friendly, of course, and navigate through a world built for humans and eliminate dangerous, repetitive, and boring tasks. We're setting it such that it is, at a mechanical level, at a physical level, you can run away from it. And most likely overpower it. So hopefully that doesn't ever happen, but you never know. So it'll be a light, yeah, anyway, 5 miles an hour. If you can get run faster than that, it'll be fine. So yeah, it's around 5'8". Has sort of a screen where the head is for useful information, but it's otherwise basically got the autopilot system in it. So it's got cameras, got 8 cameras, and yeah. Full self-driving computer, and making use of all of the same tools that we use in the car. So, I mean, things that I think that are really hard about having a useful humanoid robot is, can it navigate through the world without being explicitly trained? I mean, without explicit, like, line-by-line instructions. Can you talk to it and say, please pick up that bolt and attach it to the car with that wrench, and it should be able to do that. It should be able to, please go to the store and get me the following groceries, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think we can do that. And yeah, this I think will be quite profound, because if you say it like, what is the economy? It is, at the foundation, it is labor. So what happens when there is, no shortage of labor? This is why I think long term that there will need to be universal basic income. Yeah. But not right now, because this robot doesn't work. So we just need a minute. So yeah, but I think it's essentially in the future, physical work will be a choice. If you want to do it, you can, but you won't need to do it. And yeah, I think it obviously has profound implications for the economy, because given that the economy at its foundational level is labor, I mean, capital equipment is just distilled labor, then is there any actual limit to the economy? Maybe not. So, yeah. Join our team and help build this. All right, so I think we'll have everyone come back on the stage, and you guys can ask questions if you'd like.
My question has to do with sort of AI and manufacturing. It's been a while since we've heard about the alien dreadnought concept. Is the humanoid that's behind you guys, is that kind of brought out of the production hell timeline and saying that humans are underrated in that process?
Well, sometimes like something that I say is taken to too much of an extreme. There are parts of the Tesla system that are almost completely automated, and then there are some parts that are almost completely manual. If you were to walk through the whole production system, you would see a very wide range from, like I said, fully automatic to almost completely manual. But the vast majority, most of it is already automated. And then with some of the design architecture changes, like going to large aluminum high-pressure die-cast components, we can take the entire rear third of the car and cast it as a single piece. And now we're going to do the front third of the car as a single piece. So the body line drops by like 60 to 70% in size. But yeah, the robot is not prompted by specifically by manufacturing needs. It's just that we're just obviously making the pieces that are needed for a useful humanoid robot. So I guess we probably should make it. And if we don't, someone else will. And so I guess we should make it. And make sure it's safe. I should say, like, also manufacturing, volume manufacturing is extremely difficult and underrated, and we've gotten pretty good at that. It's also important for that humanoid robot. Like, how do you make the humanoid robot not be super expensive? And, you know.
For your humanoid context, I'm wondering if you've decided on what use cases you're going to start with and what the grand challenges are in that context to make this viable.
Well, I think for the Tesla bot, Optimus, it's basically going to start with just dealing with work that is boring, repetitive, and dangerous. Basically, what is the work that people would least like to do?
I was curious about the Tesla bot. Specifically, I'm wondering if there are any specific applications that you think the humanoid form factor lends itself to. And then secondary, because of its human form factor, is emotion or companionship at all thought about on the product roadmap at all?
Well, we certainly hope this does not feature in a dystopian sci-fi movie. But you know, like, really, at this point, we're saying, like, maybe this robot can. We're trying to be as literal as possible. Can it do boring, dangerous, repetitive jobs that people don't want to do? And you know, once we can have it do that, then maybe it can do other things too. But that's the thing that would be really great to have. So maybe it could be your buddy too. I mean, you can buy one and have it be your friend and whatever. I'm sure that people will think of some very creative uses.
I have a question about the design of the Tesla bot. Specifically, how important is it to maintain that humanoid form? To build hands with 5 fingers that also respects the weight limits could be quite challenging. You might have to use cable driven, and then that also causes all kinds of issues.
I mean, this is just going to be bot version 1. I mean, we'll see. So it needs to be able to do things that people do, and you know, be a generalized, you know, humanoid robot. I mean, you could potentially have it give it, like, you know, 2 fingers and a thumb or something like that. You know, for now we'll give it 5 fingers and see if that works out okay. It probably will. It doesn't need to be like you know, have like incredible grip strength, but it needs to be able to work with tools. So, and, you know, carry a bag, that kind of thing.
I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the short to medium term economics of the bot. I guess I understand the long-term vision of replacing physical labor, but I also think repetitive, dangerous, and boring tasks tend to not be so highly compensated. And so I just don't see how to reproduce the, you know, start with a supercar and then break into like the lower end of the market. How do you do that for a robot humanoid?
Well, I guess you'll just have to see.
As our models have become more and more capable, and I guess you're deploying these models into the real world, one thing I guess that's possible is for AI to become more, I guess, misaligned with what humans desire. So I guess, is that something that you guys are worried about as you guys deploy more and more robots, or do you guys, like, we'll solve that problem when we get there?
Yeah, I think that we should be worried about AI. Now, like, what we're trying to do here is, say, narrow AI, pretty narrow, like just make the car drive better than a human. And then have the humanoid robot be able to do basic stuff. You know, so at the point at which you sort of start to get to superhuman intelligence, yeah, I don't know, all bets are off. But you know, and that's you know, that'll probably happen. But what we're trying to do here at Tesla is make useful AI that people love and is unequivocally good. That's our, you know, try to aim for that.
Okay, that is much that we can give you on the latest happening in the world of technology today on money and technology. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and if you have any question or you have any comments, you just jolly you well, drop your comments and be sure that we'll respond to it. My name remains Ajara Ahmed Tijani. I keep telling you, enjoy the digital world. Bye for now.